Have you ever really stopped to think about what happens when you flip a light switch? I mean, we do it dozens of times a day, but behind that simple click, there is a hidden world of incredible technology. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the entire modern lighting industry. And we're going to do it using a source you'd probably never expect, a product catalog.
Just look at this. This isn't just some random collection of products, right? This is an entire ecosystem. So what does it really take to light up everything from our homes to our highways? Well, the answer is way more complex and, honestly, way more fascinating than you might think.
So, our guide for this journey is a catalog from a company called cellustech India. Think of it as our window into this whole industry, revealing the kind of scale and specialization that's usually totally hidden from view.
Now, this company, based in India, is a manufacturer and a solution provider for pretty much every type of lighting you can imagine. We're talking residential, commercial, and industrial. Basically, they make the stuff that lights up our lives.
You know, you should pay attention to that phrase, comprehensive solution provider. That's the key clue right there. It means they don't just sell products off a shelf, they actually engineer solutions to problems. This single catalog shows the incredible depth you need to compete in today's lighting market. This is a story about engineering, not just electronics.
So where do we start? Well, with the object we all know best, the simple light bulb. Except, as we're about to see, it is not so simple anymore. We're going to see how this one category builds from something totally familiar to something truly extraordinary.
We've all been there, right? But what used to be a simple choice between, say, 60 watts or 100 watts has just exploded. That old incandescent bulb on the left has been almost completely replaced by the LED technology on the right, and that one little change has unlocked a whole universe of possibilities.
I mean, just look at the options for a standard bulb. The wattage ranges from this tiny half-watt glow all the way up to a bright 18 watts. You can get different color temperatures, that's your cool white, neutral white, or warm white, or you can just go for red, green, or even multicolor. And that's before you even choose the base type to fit your lamp. The level of customization right out of the gate is just staggering.
But it didn't just stop with color and brightness. Once engineers got their hands on this new, flexible technology, they started using it to solve some very specific problems and to cater to some very specific tastes.
Take the filament bulb, for instance. It's designed to give you that warm, vintage, kind of Edison-style look, but with all the energy efficiency of a modern LED. It's a purely aesthetic choice, but it's powered by brand new tech.
And then you scale up. These are called rocket or jumbo bulbs, and wow, they pack a serious punch. They're designed for places like workshops, garages, or any big space where you need a massive amount of light from a single source. You can see how we're already starting to blur the line between what you use at home and what's for industrial use.
And this is just brilliant problem solving. It's an AC/DC emergency bulb. So when the power is on, it works just like a normal light. But when the power goes out, its internal battery kicks in and it stays on. It's a light bulb and a safety device all in one. Okay, so we've gone from one simple bulb to a whole family of specialized ones. But modern lighting isn't just about the source anymore. It's really about how those sources are integrated to literally shape the spaces we live and work in. It's no longer enough just to be able to see. Now we use light to create a mood, to highlight a piece of art, to make a small room feel bigger or a huge office feel cozier. Lights like these, concealed lights, spotlights, they're the tools that architects and designers are using to basically paint with light itself.
And that designer's toolbox is huge. When you look at the options, tube lights, panel lights, track lights, you start to realize each one is like a different brush stroke, a different way to apply light. We've clearly moved way past basic illumination and into full-on interior design.
All right, but what happens when you step outside? The scale, the power, and the challenges, they change completely. We're going from lighting a single room to lighting up the entire world around us.
So, just a moment ago, we were inside the four walls of a home. And now, we're zooming way out to see lighting solutions that can stretch all the way to the horizon.
And for every single new environment, the technology has to adapt. We're not just talking about street lights and floodlights here. The range of specialization is incredible. You've got underwater lights for pools, high bay lights for massive warehouses, and even flameproof lights that are engineered to work safely in the most dangerous industrial settings. Each one of these is a marvel of specialized engineering. Which brings us to the big question. We've seen this incredible explosion of variety, from a tiny pink bulb to a giant flame-proof factory light. So, why did this happen? And why now?
What is the single innovation that underpins every single product we've looked at today? I think you know the answer. It's the LED.
These key features, which you'll find listed on almost every page of the catalog, they're the reason for this revolution. LEDs are incredibly energy efficient, which saves a ton of power and money. They have these ridiculously long lifespans, which slashes maintenance costs. They're eco-friendly, with no toxic mercury. This combination of benefits is what made this whole explosion in variety possible.
And that brings us right back here. Every single product in this image, every shape, every size, every application, is a direct result of the core advantages of LED technology. One breakthrough innovation created an entire universe of new tools to shape our world.
So the next time you flip a switch, maybe you won't just see light. Maybe you'll see a choice, a piece of design, an act of really sophisticated problem-solving engineering. Maybe you'll see a tiny spark of a global technological revolution hiding in plain sight.